Sarah, and today I'm going to be doing a review of Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I kept seeing this book and its sequels on BookTube, especially because the third one just came out this year, I believe, and I kept thinking that the covers looked really interesting and really gorgeous, and I had no idea what it was about. I assumed it was some kind of paranormal fantasy type story, but I knew that I definitely wanted to check it out, specifically because I thought the covers looked cool. Yes, I was judging a book by its cover. Then I saw that Laini Taylor was going to be attending NovelFest, which I am going to this weekend, and I decided that I definitely needed to pick it up. I listened to this book on audio, and overall I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I was really impressed by the way that she weaved the magical fantasy aspect of the story in with the kind of contemporary realism. I also do that with my young adult book called The Muses, which is also a series, and reading Daughter of Smoke and Bone really kind of made me feel better about my book, The Muses. It's very different, but it was kind of in the same vein, I guess, so I was excited to read something that I think would have a similar audience. So reading it from a writer's perspective was kind of cool, especially as I'm working on the sequel to my novel, The Muses, right now for NaNoWriMo. I did a video about that, and I will link it down below. Anyway, back to the book. I really liked the characters. I thought the main character, Karou, was really well developed, and I really connected with her as a character. I liked that she had all these tattoos and blue hair and was an art student in Prague, and you got the sense that people probably looked at her and thought, well, she's like a really cool person. But then you find out that she's actually very lonely and isolated. I thought she was kind of a complex character that had a lot of depth, but she was also a very convincing teenage girl. I also really liked the character Brimstone. You were kind of guessing throughout the whole book whether or not he was going to turn out to be evil, but at the same time he was a very kind of loving father figure to her. I also really liked how this book kept you guessing the whole time. I really didn't want to put it down or stop listening to it in this case because of that, and I really wanted to know what was going to happen next. I also really liked the ending, how it managed to resolve the story arc and also end on a cliffhanger. I thought that was really cool, and that's something that I strive to do in my writing, especially as I'm working on a series. I really liked the world that Taylor created. It was kind of an interesting take on the whole angels versus demons meets a sort of Romeo and Juliet kind of story, and I thought it was very creative. This was a very good book to listen to. If you like audiobooks, I would recommend this one. The narrator was very good, and there were a lot of different voices that she had to tackle, different accents, and different kinds of creatures even, and I think she did a fantastic job. The reason that I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars instead of 5 out of 5 stars is I feel like some of the characters, especially some of the chimera people that they talked about, kind of started to blend together for me. I also felt like it was a little slow in sections, and I zoned out a couple of times when I was listening. This didn't happen very often, but there were a few sections that I think could have been trimmed up. Overall, I would definitely recommend picking this book up, whether you listen to it on audio or just pick it up because it has a great cover. I think I might even buy myself a copy because I think it would look good on my bookshelf. Yes, I am being shallow. I definitely want to continue the series and see what's going to happen. I'm also excited because I think they're going to turn this one into a movie, and I think it really lends itself to a lot of interesting visuals, and I think that would be a great movie to watch. So I'm excited. That's it for my review of Daughter of Smoke and Bone. Thanks for watching, and let me know in the comments down below if you've read this book, what you think about it, if you want to read it, whatever. I'll see you next time.